Hello class 6, here is Kaushalya Rajpurohit, your English teacher, and today we are going to discuss chapter 7, Degree of Comparison. We have 3 degrees of comparison: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Positive degree. This does not show any comparison. It simply describes a noun or a pronoun, right? So positive degree of adjective does not show any type of comparison. It is only used to describe a noun. For example, Ram is handsome, she is pretty. Comparative degree. This degree shows comparison between two persons or things. We use than after the comparative degree. So, when we need to compare two persons or things, we use comparative degree. We use than after the comparative degree. For example, Ram is more handsome than Sham. She is prettier than Priya. Superlative degree. This shows comparison between more than two persons or things. We use the before the superlative degree, right? When we need to compare more than two persons or things, we use the before the superlative degree. For example, Ram is the most handsome boy, she is the prettiest girl. Okay, so we have 3 degrees of comparison: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Positive degree does not show any comparison. Comparative degree is used to compare two things or person. Superlative degree show comparison between more than two persons or things. We use the before the superlative degree, right? So these are the degrees of comparison. Making comparative and superlative degree. So we can form comparative and superlative degree from positive degree by using some rules. Let us see them. We add suffixes er or est to the positive degree of one syllable. In this case, the positive either ends in two consonants or the second of which is not y. So, if we have such a case, we always use er for comparative and est for superlative. For example, small, smaller, smallest, clever, cleverer, cleverest. We add only R or ST if the positive degree ends with E, right? So if my positive degree ends with E, I'll simply add R for comparative degree and ST for superlative degree. Here are the example: fine, finer, finest, nice, nicer, nicest. Got it? We change y into I and add er or est if the positive degree ends in y. So, suppose my positive degree ends in y, I'll be changing or replacing y with I, and I'll be adding er for the comparative and est for superlative degree respectively. You can see the example: pretty, prettier, prettiest, heavy, heavier, heaviest. We add er or est after doubling the last consonant if a single syllable adjective ends with a consonant preceded by a short vowel, right? So if a single syllable adjective ends with a consonant preceded by a short vowel, we always double the last consonant. For example, hot, hotter, hottest, tall, taller, tallest. We add more or most to the positive degree with adjective of more than one syllable, right? So if we have adjective of more than one syllable, then we will be adding more to comparative and most to superlative degree of adjectives. For example, useful, more useful, most useful, intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. There are some irregular comparison also, right? So there are some irregular comparison such as much, more, most, little, less, least, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, etc. So they do not follow any rule, they are just irregular. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to make comparative and superlative degree from positive degree. Now let us see some adjective. There are some adjective who mean almost the same and hence we get confused sometime. Some adjectives are confusing and they often use incorrectly. They are as follows: some, any. Some is normally used in affirmative sentences to express quantity or degree. Examples: we have some friends who work in Mumbai. Any is used in negative or interrogative sentences. For example, are there any apples in the fridge? No, there isn't any, right? So some is normally used in affirmative sentence to express quantity or degree, and any is used in negative or interrogative sentence. Okay? The next pair of adjectives is each, every. Each refer to individual things, persons in a group. Every refer to all present in a group, right? So each refer to a single person, each person in a group, and every refer to all that are present in a group. Each student will draw a picture on the board. Every student will draw a picture on a board, right? So this is the difference. Confusing adjectives: little, a little, the little. Little means not much, a little means some but not enough, the little means not much but all that is available, right? So there is a very little difference between little, a little, and the little. For example, Dimple has little money to stop. Dimple has a little money to buy a pen. Dimple spent the little money on a new dress, right? So these are the example for little. Few, a few, the few. Few means hardly any. A few means some. The few means not many but all that is available. For example, few people came for the meeting. The meeting was attended by a few people. Different profiles were assigned to the few people in the meeting, right? So this is the example of few. Okay, so I hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.